Ebenezer Scrooge. Key points: Scrooge and money.
Throughout the novella, Scrooge's character is defined by money. He's in the business of money lending, and at the start is merciless in his pursuit of calling in debts when it's time. Every conversation that Scrooge has during Stave 1 highlights his miserly attitude. He tells his nephew, Fred, that he has no right to be merry because he's poor. He refuses to give money to the charity collectors, and he disputes having to pay Bob Cratchit for Christmas Day. In Stave 2, Scrooge begins his transformation, and the first sign is connected with money. On reflection, Scrooge says that he should like to have given something to the carol singer who visited his office on Christmas Eve. Later in the same stave, Scrooge is moved by the scene of Fezziwig's party, and recognises that the happiness he gives is quite as great as if it cost a fortune, showing that he's really beginning to learn that a little money can do a lot of good. In Stave 3, Fred's wife points out that Scrooge's wealth is of no use to him, as he doesn't make himself comfortable with it. This shows that Scrooge has been as mean with himself as he has with others. Stave 4 shows that Scrooge's business acquaintances care nothing for his death. They appear just as mean as Scrooge and illustrate the point that he wasn't one of a kind. He was symbolic of many Victorian businessmen. In the final stave, Scrooge's promise to honour Christmas is put into action through the medium of money, as he buys the prized turkey and sends it to the Cratchit family. He pledges an enormous amount of money to the charity collectors and raises Bob Cratchit's wages. Not only does he start spending money, he enjoys it. Scrooge's changing attitude to money illustrates his journey from miser to philanthropist.
Scrooge is symbolic.
At the beginning of the novella, Dickens ensures that the readers know that Scrooge is an utterly horrible character, without any redeeming features. Even the guide dogs know he's repellent and tug their owners into doorways so that their masters don't come into contact with such a loathsome person. By labouring Scrooge's negative points, Dickens makes him into a caricature. And although this prevents Scrooge from appearing as a fully rounded character, it does enable him to symbolise the ills of Victorian business practices, and this allows Dickens to convey his message in a straightforward way. Dickens was so successful in creating a character symbolic of miserliness that the name Scrooge is now synonymous with being mean-spirited.